it's Destiny, and today I'll be going over what you need to know about Yao Guang's kit, teams, builds, AHA Instant, and more. Let me know if you're pulling for Yao Guang, and if you'd like to see more content from me, consider subscribing to the channel, leave a like to support today's video, and now let's get straight into it. Before we get into Yao Guang's kit, let's go over the basics of elation mechanics, specifically AHA Instant. AHA Instant revolves around punchlines. Punchlines can be generated from team members, for example Yao Guang or Sparxie, or even some enemy abilities. Yao Guang can generate punchlines through her skill, basic attack, ultimate, and in the case of Sparxie, she could generate a bunch of punchline through consuming a bunch of skill points for her enhanced basic attack. As punchlines are generated, AHA will appear on the action bar. When AHA takes a turn, AHA Instant triggers, and this will consume punchlines. And characters on the team will immediately use their Elation skill. And after a character uses their Elation skill, they will obtain Certified Banger, and the consumed punchlines are then tallied, providing Elation damage bonuses. The more punchlines you have, the higher the damage dealt by Elation characters. Multiple certified banger states can also exist at once, and all stored punchlines across them are calculated together, further increasing elation damage. As for AHA Instant frequency, AHA has their own speed, which scales based on the number of elation characters on your team and their speed stats. This means the more elation characters you have, this will cause AHA Instant to trigger more frequently, and this is beneficial to upkeep the duration on certified banger and tally more punchline. Now when it comes to Yao Guang's kit, Yao Guang will be our very first elation character coming into Honkai Star Rail, and she will also be an elation support. Yao Guang will be able to increase the frequency of AHA Instant, provide excellent buffs, debuff enemies, and more. Starting with her basic attack, it will deal blast damage, dealing a higher amount of damage onto one designated enemy, and also dealing damage onto adjacent enemies. As for her skill, she will deploy a zone for 3 turns, and the duration will decrease by 1 at the start of her turn. While this zone is active, the elation of all characters will increase, equal to 20% of Yao Guang's elation. And after using basic attacker skill, Yao Guang will gain 3 punchline. The elation buff is great for elation characters, as this will further improve their damage output, as elation characters do not scale off of normal damage percent and will instead benefit from elation, so Yao Guang being able to provide elation with her skill is very nice for elation characters. As for her ultimate, she will gain 5 punchline, and AHA will immediately gain 1 turn with 20 fixed punchline taken into account. Now this turn does not consume punchlines and will increase all allies ult-type res pen for 3 turns. Yao Guang's ultimate will be able to assist with the frequency of AHA Instant, and this will also be useful for getting more tallied punchline for your elation characters and upkeeping certified bangers duration. As for when AHA Instant triggers, Yao Guang's elation skill will inflict a debuff onto all enemies for 3 turns, and this will increase the damage received by enemies under this state by 16%. This is essentially a vulnerability debuff, and the entire team can take advantage of this to deal more damage onto enemies. Yao Guang will also deal physical elation damage onto enemies, and afterward deal physical elation damage to 1 random enemy 5 times. After using her elation skill, this will also recover 1 skill point for the team. Now for Yao Guang's talent, whenever she possesses certified banger, after an ally uses an attack, this will trigger the Great Boon effect, which will deal 1 additional instance of elation damage of the corresponding type to 1 random enemy hit. If skill points are consumed during this attack, then Great Boon will trigger 1 additional time. When triggering the Great Boon effect, if the attacker's elation is lower than Yao Guang's, then the instance of elation damage will use her elation instead. As for Yao Guang's technique, it'll automatically trigger her skill 1 time at the start of the next battle without consuming any skill points. You'll be able to immediately take advantage of that elation buff from her skill when you begin battle. Yao Guang provides excellent supportive abilities for elation teams that will heavily assist with the team's damage output, and when it comes to her Eidolons, her E1 will increase the fixed amount of punchline taken into account from AHA's extra turn triggered by her ultimate. This punchline amount will now be 40, and when all allies deal elation damage, they'll also be able to ignore 20% of the target's defense. This will be very useful for more punchline being tallied, and this is also useful for elation damage now being able to ignore 20% of target's defenses, resulting in the elation characters on your team to deal even more damage onto enemies now. So overall, a pretty powerful Eidolon. As for her E2, while the zone from her skill is active, all allies' speed will increase by 12%, and their elation will additionally increase by 16%. As for E4, in Aha's extra turn triggered by Yao Guang's ultimate, the damage dealt by all ally characters' elation skill will become 150% of the original damage. Her E4 gives a 1.5 multiplier to the elation damage dealt during the extra turn triggered by Yao Guang's ultimate, and this will make the team's elation skills more powerful. As for E6, all ally characters' elation damage Mary makes by 25%, and her E6 will also increase the damage multiplier of Yao Guang's elation skill by 100% of the original multiplier. Now, as for what Mary Make is its own multiplier for elation damage and is also a rare multiplier. This will be beneficial for elation damage. Now that we've gone over Yao Guang's kit and her Eidolons, let's go over how to build her. Relic set, I would recommend the new upcoming set in version 4.0 being the Diviner of Distant Reach. You can also consider using 2-piece speed and crit sets, but I would recommend farming for the Diviner of Distant Reach Relic set once 4.0 is here. As for Yao Guang's Planar sets, I would recommend Lushaka as one of her best options. You can also consider alternative supportive Planars as well, for example Vonwak and so on. As for her main stats and substats, 3 stats she heavily values is speed, crit rate, and crit damage. Elation damage can crit, and Yao Guang will want to reach high speeds in order to further boost her elation for one of her traces. I would recommend 160 plus speed for Yao Guang and try to go for as much speed as you can. You will want crit rate or crit damage body, speed boots, defense or HP sphere, and energy regen rope. As for subsets, you would focus on speed, crit rate, and crit damage. For light cone options, you can use her signature, Mushy Shroomies Adventures as a nice free-to-play option, and alternatives can be Today's Good Luck or the 3-star Elation light cones. But if you do not pull Yao Guang's signature, then I would recommend using the free-to-play light cone, Mushy Shroomies Adventures. Now, for Yao Guang's teams, I have gone over this recently, but at the moment, she doesn't have too much variety in her teams, as her kit revolves around elation. She could be used as a general support when it comes to her buffing and debuffing capabilities, for example the old-type res pen, vulnerability debuffs, helping with skill points, and so on, but her best use will be with elation characters. One of her best partners in 4.0 will be Sparxie. Yao Guang will be able to provide Sparxie with more elation, more instances of Aha Instant, which means upkeeping certified bangers duration for Sparxie's kit, vulnerability debuffs onto enemies, old-type res pen buffs, refunding 1 skill point after Yao Guang uses her elation skill, and so on. So a bunch of benefits that Sparxie can nicely take advantage of. Sparxie can also benefit Yao Guang though, as Sparxie can generate a bunch of punchline for the team by consuming skill points for her enhanced basic attack, which will not only deal a bunch of damage onto enemies, but also generate a nice amount of punchline for the team. Sparxie will also get additional benefits based on how many elation characters are on the team, and Yao Guang helps out with this. For nice free-to-play options alongside Yao Guang and Sparxie, I would recommend Sparkle and Dan Heng PT. Sparkle will be free in version 4.0 from the 5-star selector, and she will be able to provide great buffs for Sparxie, provide more skill points for Sparxie to consume to enhance her basic attack further, and so on. In the slot of Dan Heng, you can consider Huohua as well, as she can assist with giving more energy for the team, resulting in more ultimate usage, and she can assist with Yao Guang's huge energy cost of 180. I have showcased Yao Guang and Sparxie on the channel, and they've also been able to perform nicely in all endgame modes, and as we get more elation characters, elation teams will become stronger. Now, as for a non-elation team, I enjoy Yao Guang with Archer as a fun option. Yao Guang provides Archer old-type res pen buffs, vulnerability debuffs onto enemies, refunding skill points after using her elation skill, and Archer can nicely take advantage of the Great Boon effect from Yao Guang's kit to deal more damage onto enemies, as he'll be able to consume a bunch of skill points during his turn. You can use Yao Guang on other teams as a general supportive option as mentioned, but I would recommend her the most for elation-centric teams, and we will get more elation characters in the future. Now, as for my thoughts on Yao Guang's value, for those who wish to build an elation team, Yao Guang will be a strong supportive option to consider pulling, especially with how she can assist with triggering Aha Instant more frequently. As for elation teams, we will be getting more elation characters in the future, and this will result in the elation team becoming stronger over time. Yao Guang and Sparxie can be used with one another in 4.0, and if you are unsure about pulling Yao Guang, Her banner will last for all of version 4.0. You can wait until the second half if you determine you'd like to invest into an Elation team, and I will say I would mainly recommend Yao Guang as a character to pull if you are trying to build an Elation team. I'd love to know if you will be pulling Yao Guang, Sparxie, or any of the reruns, and if you enjoyed today's video, make sure to subscribe, leave a like to support today's video, and I hope to see you all next time. Peace.